So you're just starting your agency and you're starting to reach out to businesses, cold calling, cold emailing, cold DMing, and you're telling them all this stuff that you can offer to them and do for their business when you personally don't know that you can actually fulfill on these promises. I'm gonna stop you right there. Don't worry, every new agency owner goes through this weird, awkward phase where they're not confident in their own services and they're trying to build their trust and authority in their agency. So I'm gonna show you all how to actually build that trust and authority for your agency, so when you start reaching out to prospects, you'll feel confident in what you're offering them and confident that you can deliver results. When you first start reaching out to these businesses or these prospects for your agency, you wanna build trust and authority as soon as possible. And this could be tricky whenever you're first starting out in your agency because you don't have a lot of proof or a good track record to show people that what you're offering is legit and can actually help them. And so I'm going to show you guys some tips on this, even if you're a very beginner agency owner, so that you can actually show people that you're an authority and you can build trust with them when you're reaching out to them. So the first thing is to personalize the message when you're reaching out to them. So we could reach out to clients through cold calling, cold emailing, cold DMing. There's a lot of different methods to reach out to our clients, but we want to make sure our message is personal so that it seems like we're only sending this message to them specifically and we're not sending it bulk to a billion other businesses or a million other businesses. And so the big step with this, with personalizing the message, is going to be to use their name in the script. So if you know a person at that business and you know maybe the owner's name, use that. But if you don't, make sure to at least use the name of their business in the message, in the cold email, the cold call, the cold DM. And then secondly is to comment on something about their business. So if you're doing cold DMing or cold calling, do a little bit of research before you make that cold call or send that cold DM or that cold email, and find something. Maybe they have an Instagram page that has a really good post that you liked and it helped you out with something. You say, hey, this post that you made about blah, blah, blah topic was really cool and something that really helped me out personally. And you can just comment on it real quick. Make sure the these comments that you're making are actually legit, and don't make them super vague, something that you would say to everybody, but make them really personal and meaningful. And then lastly, when you're reaching out to people, I always love to use Loom videos. I can create a Loom video. I can make it generic enough that I can use it for everybody, but I can create a Loom video so they can actually see my face and I can show them whatever I'm offering for that specific customer. So first step is to personalize the message. It'll get them to trust you more and like you more, which ultimately leads to that trust. And so next up is to use templates, right? Whenever we personalize these messages, we can only personalize them so much. If we made it super, super insanely personal for every single person, we'd only be able to reach out to 5 people a day if we're doing that much research on everybody. And so we do want to use templates when we're reaching out to our prospects. And so if we're offering websites like I do for my clients, we're going to build them an actual website template, right? Like a rough draft to actually show them and say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, we built you a website. Can we show it to you? And so that's something that'll help build trust and authority. It's hey, we already did something for you. We just wanted to show it to you. And it'll show that you actually have something to offer them that's tangible and they can actually look at right away. And then, if you're if you're doing ads, running Facebook or Google ads for somebody, let's say Facebook ads, you could actually create an ad for that niche. Let's say their niche is like a barbershop. You could create a barbershop ad and say, hey, we built you this ad. Is it cool if we show it to you? And that's your excuse to kind of get on that Zoom call with them is, hey, we already built this for you. Is it cool if we jump on a quick Zoom call later today or tomorrow and show you this new ad that we built that we think will really work for you? We've tested it with some other barbershops and it's working really well. And so anyway, you could do something like that if you're doing ads, or if you're offering just GoHighLevel and you're selling them just the software, as the service, then you could give them a free trial of the software so they actually can test something out. Free trials are a great way to get people to trust you because they don't have to put any money down. They don't have to pay anything to get the service. And so it's a really easy sell, to get them to buy. And then, make a Loom video like we talked about in the personalization step. Make a Loom video for them showing the offer. That'll also make it personal. But all of these, like I'm showing you here, they don't have to be you don't actually have to make that ad or that website or that Loom video just for one business. You can make a generic one that's personal enough, but also generic that you can send it to every single barbershop or every single pet groomer. So for the website example, I'll build a pet grooming website template and then I'll send it out. And whenever I reach out in cold email or I'm sending DMs or I'm cold calling, I'm telling these pet groomers that I built them a website because I did. I built that pet groomer website template But I'm just using the same template to show all of them when I actually get on that Zoom call with them. I'm showing all of them the same pet grooming template. It's personalized enough that it is for their niche, but it doesn't have like their logo on it. It doesn't have to have all their company's information on it. It can just be like a pet grooming. They'll understand. You'll say, hey, this is a rough draft. If you love it, we can brand it to your business and all of that. Same with like the Facebook ad that you create for them. Same with the free trial is a different example, but and then the Loom video, that can also be, I can make one Loom video and just say, hey, we built this new website for your pet grooming business, and I wanted to show it to you. And I'm not saying the name of the business or anything or anything like that. It's still that template. So I can use that same Loom video. I can film it once. It takes me 4 or 5 minutes to film, and then I can send that Loom video out to everybody. And so it's really efficient. If you're doing too much personalization, then you can't use these templates. So I recommend just kind of make it personal, but not too personal, where you can still use a template and reach out in bulk and send these messages in large quantities. And then we could also create a results case study. So if you have a previous client and you've already worked with somebody and you have a case study you can create and show some results, awesome. If you don't, you can use case studies from maybe a mentor that you have. Like if you're an affiliate of mine, I have case studies that I can give you, and then you can use those. Since I'm mentoring you, then you can kind of have that confidence that, hey, this is what we can provide for you and accomplish for your business. So you can use case studies of other people, or if you have, if you're using GoHighLevel with your agency, you can use case studies that GoHighLevel has put out on results that they've gotten for some clients, and you can kind of use those since you're using their same software. And so anyway, these are some examples of templates you can use. So that whenever you reach out to people, you can show them, hey, we've already done something for you, which will build your trust with them and your authority. Like, hey, this is what we can offer you. It's this beautiful looking website that we've already put together. And so this is a great way to do outreach. I'm going to show you some examples at the very end, some people that actually sent me some cold emails, and it actually worked on me using the same strategy. Next up is to be relevant. When you're doing outreach, you want to give them some sort of offer that they actually want and need. If you're reaching out to, I don't even know an example, barbershops, for example, I was talking about that before. Make sure you know like what barbershops want and need. Don't like try to sell them, an AI chatbot if that's not something that they really need, and maybe you've tested it out and like they really didn't bite at it and they don't really care. Like figure out and do some research on your niche, figure out what they want and need, and then show how your service will help them whenever you're reaching out to them. They don't really care all the little bells and whistles of your offer. They just want to know like how it's going to help them reach their goals. And so you want to be relevant in that sense, where you're actually showing them what they want and need and how it will help them specifically and help their business and reach their goals ultimately. So to get to the point is the next step. You don't want to make your outreach messages super long, where somebody has to read like paragraphs and paragraphs of all this stuff. You want to make it like, a really short script, no longer than 6 sentences. If you're sending a DM or you're sending a cold email, or even if you're cold calling, your script could literally be, hey, Mr. Business Owner, this is Jasper with WebJuice. I built you a new website for your nail salon, and I wanted to see if I could show it to you. Like that's just, a couple sentences right there. Very short script, straight to the point. And then, be straight up about what you're offering. You don't want to say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, this is a cold call. Is it cool if I have 30 seconds? Like, just be straight up with people. They'll appreciate that you're saving them time and that you're getting right to the point. And then, respect their time. They're like, no, I'm busy right now. Like, sure, some of that can be objections, but if they are busy and like, hey, can I call you back later? Or, whenever you're booking them in, make the time that works best for them and that kind of thing. Just be respectful of their time. And a lot of these first steps kind of go with that last step there, just being short, straight to the point. That is respecting these business owners' time. So case studies, that's one we mentioned a couple steps ago. But basically case studies are a great way to show people that what you're offering them is going to help them as well, because you can show them, hey, this is what it did for another client. We can do the same thing for you. And when you're first starting out, you might be thinking, how am I going to get a case study? I haven't even gotten one client yet. So what you can do is you can have a mentor of yours. You can get a case study from like me and some of my clients, because I have gotten clients and I can show you these case studies. And if you're offering the same thing and going through my program, then you can realistically promise those same kind of results to your clients. Or if you're using like GoHighLevel, or in my case, I use another software for SEO called Search Atlas, we can use case studies that GoHighLevel and Search Atlas have published, and you can kind of piggyback off of those because that's the same software you're using that's going to help them out. So you can kind of piggyback out and white label those case studies with your own branding and stuff, and you can realistically use those to promise and show results of how it's helped businesses, even though it's not necessarily your agency. It's still the software that you're using, so you can piggyback off of their successes and their case studies. And then make these case studies niche specific. That'll also kind of help resonate with the customer a little bit better, because you're like, hey, we did this for another car dealership. We can do this for your car dealership as well. And you can show an actual car dealership case study. If you're showing them like a pet grooming case study that you did for a pet grooming business and they're a car dealership, they're not going to really care. So just make sure these case studies, if you do use them, that they're niche specific so that it actually like resonates with the person you're talking to. And then CTA, which stands for call to action. Give a clear call to action at the end of your script, whether it's a cold call, cold email, cold DM, a post in a Facebook group, whatever method you're using to do outreach. Just make sure you have a clear call to action. Hey, would today or tomorrow work better for a quick Zoom call for 20 minutes? Just have like a clear call to action, and then give them two options. Like I just said in that case, would today or tomorrow work better for you? I gave them two options. I didn't give them the out to say no. I said, would today or tomorrow work better? So they like have to psychologically, they'll want to choose from one of the options that I give them. That's just how human nature is. So, give them two options, be super clear and concise. Like, don't just have this email and say like, reach out to me if you have any questions. I guess that could be a call to action, like reach out to me if you have any questions, but like try to give options. Like, hey, when's the best time for you to book a call? Like, be straight up and try to get them to like make the decision right there to book a call with you. And then be normal, right? Nobody wants to talk to a robot. Don't try not to sound scripted. Make your script, whether it's a cold call, cold email, cold DM, all those different methods, sound human. Crack a joke every once in a while. People like to laugh. People like to work with other people who are upbeat, fun, funny. So, have that casual joke or that occasional joke that you crack. Give meaningful compliments. That's another thing that will get people to like you more, trust you more, is to be complimentary of them. But like I said before, give meaningful compliments. Don't just give a compliment that's very generic or broad. Like, oh, your business is awesome. I really like what you guys are doing. Like, that's such a broad compliment. It's not very meaningful, but maybe use like the example that I said before. I checked out your Instagram page, and this post about, blah, blah, blah topic really helped me out, or I really enjoyed that. It just shows them, hey, you actually did some research. You jumped onto their Instagram page, checked it out. And so just those meaningful compliments will go a long way and show people that you care about them. And then lastly, make them feel they're working with a human and not a massive company. People want to work with you if they like you. They don't want to be like pushed off to corporate and talking to like some 10 other people along the process. Like, hey, you're working with me. I'm going to be the guy setting it all up for you. And so just kind of let them know that. So like you've already built the trust yourself. You don't have to like pass it on to another person, because that like restarts everything. They have to like build trust in someone new. It's like, hey, you're going to be working with me. I'm going to be the guy that you're coming to. I'm going to be setting up your site, the software, whatever it is you're offering with your agency services. And just let them know that. And then last case scenario, if you haven't got any clients yet and you're like just really worried about the results or the case studies and you just like don't feel confident yet, then get your first client free. Like, just offer them your services for free and get a case study and a good review in return. Just say, hey, let's say it's a friend or family member. I'd love to give you this service for free in return for an awesome Google review or just an awesome case study so that I can prove that my services can actually help your type of business. And 99% of people will say yes to that. As long as it's not taking a bunch of their time for you to service and help them out, then they'll be like, yeah, totally. If you're going to give it to me for free, then like 99% of people you talk to will take this offer. So it's just an easy way to get your first case study, your first client results, so you can feel more confident that what you're offering to future clients will actually help them, and you can build a case study from this. So these are the two examples I mentioned at the beginning of the video that actually worked on me. So the first one on the left here is this, actually they build all my thumbnails now, but they reached out to me. This is the first email they ever sent me. It's just a cold email. I had never talked to them before. Hey Jasper, hope you're having a great day. We're so impressed with your channel, Jasper Aiken, that we redesigned one of your thumbnails. Check it out attached. And they had the pictures right here. This was my thumbnail before on the right, and then they redesigned it to this one on the left that's bigger. And I was actually super impressed. Like, they did a great job. They actually did something for me. Like, they took it upon themselves to build this thumbnail or create this thumbnail in Photoshop for me before they even reached out to me, which I really appreciated as a business owner. And it looked really good. The result was great. So like, that's another thing. It's like when you're reaching out to people with these website templates or these ad templates or, you know, whatever it is you're giving them, you know, whenever you tell them, hey, we built this for you already, make sure that's actually good. Like, don't give them some crappy product. So they did a really good job. And then, you know, we created a killer thumbnail. It stops viewers in their tracks, gets them to click on your YouTube videos. Feel free to use it for a boost. So like, they just said, hey, here it is for free. Like, they literally gave it to me for free. And, you know, they didn't even expect me to pay for this one. I've never paid for this thumbnail. I used it for my YouTube video, but I did hire them going forward for all my other thumbnails. So anyway, this is one that worked on me. And then over here on the right, this one also worked really well. This guy named Roy, you know, your content on YouTube is gold, man. So he complimented me. It was kind of a broad, generic compliment, but I'll take it. And then, you know, I especially enjoyed the video where you showcased your sales calls with SEO clients. Okay, I spoke too soon. That's very specific. He actually like watched my sales call video with the SEO client. So like, he actually, that's a very like specific compliment. It's incredibly helped to learn from real life examples. To enhance your audience retention, I've edited the intro of this video. I believe these changes will help viewers better visualize and grasp your points. Let me know what you think. And he actually edited like the first 20 seconds of one of my YouTube videos, which probably didn't take him very long. It probably took him like a few minutes, or maybe it took him like 30 minutes, but like, he went the extra mile and actually edited this. This video actually turned out really good. It's like 20 seconds. He just changed like the first part of my video, made it more engaging. He put more effects on it and things like that, which is something that I'm not very good at. And so anyway, hired this guy as well to do editing for my YouTube channel. And like, I'd had a lot of people reach out to me, but nobody went this far and actually like sent me a video with an actual like final result of like what he could do for me or what they could do for me. And so this really stood out to me. And anyway, the email worked. So this is these are the principles that I'm, you know, teaching in this video. Is like, hey, you send something for free, something valuable, shows that you've actually put in some work, some effort. Business owners will appreciate that. Not everybody will, but the majority of business owners will appreciate that and give you a chance to at least chat with them on a Zoom call if you go the extra mile and do stuff like this. And if you can templatize this process, like these ones right here were very custom. They didn't templatize this. He probably doesn't have an AI software that can create thumbnails for YouTube videos. So he actually had to do this like manually. It probably took him 30 minutes to an hour. So he like went the extra mile. This guy did as well. But if you can templatize this outreach process, like you can use one template, a website template to reach out, or you can use one ad template or one Loom video and send it to the masses, that's where it'll be super effective. You'll be able to reach a ton of people and you'll be able to look like it's a personalized message just for them. And it'll show them that you've actually built something for them. So it'll show them the work that you've actually already done and get them to see you like as an authority because your work is great, and trust you because you've already put in time and took some time to help them out. So, but anyway, that's the whole process of getting these prospects to trust you and see your business as an authority. I appreciate y'all a ton for sticking through to the end of the video. If y'all are just starting out in your agency, you've probably heard of a software called GoHighLevel. It's the software that I use to run my entire agency. You can build automations with it. You can build the websites with it. You can do almost anything marketing related you can think of with it. And it's definitely the software you'll need to run your agency efficiently. You can get a 30-day free trial of it down below with my affiliate link. And if you sign up with my link, I'll jump on 2 free Zoom calls with you every single week for life, and I'll give you a bunch of resources worth over $10,000 absolutely free. And if you've already signed up for GoHighLevel but you want to upgrade to the $297 or the $497 plan, you can upgrade with my link down below as well and get the exact same offer. And if you just need some free guidance on getting your agency up and running and profitable, you can access my free school community down below. It's called HighLevel Quest. It has my new free course in it that shows you how to set up websites and software for service-based businesses, and it's just a great place to rub shoulders with other people who are growing their agencies with HighLevel. I appreciate y'all, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.